This time I never see Jamb. I never see credit today. And I'm like, my man, and you will get him the wolf for.
Man, never feel now.
Came on, I'm a lot of dollar to be sure that to bush.
I'm
going to send a lot for work and like.
I'm coming again. You think that I'm not for one.
Came on by road. Exam.
Yakubu.
We are about to start. I'm just waiting for others to come up. Then we actually start. Okay. Okay, so we are actually starting this class immediately. So please, I hope everyone is listening to me. Now, I want to review the Jamb Biology 2026 syllabus. So all you are seeing here is the Jamb 2026 syllabus. You can see the first one here is living organism. Here, you are meant to know the cell structures, functions, and organizations of cells. Two, nutrition, plants and animal nutrition, including autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of feeding. Then you have to know the two types of autotrophic feeding and the four types of heterotrophic feeding and the examples involved in each one. Now, third one is the transport system. You see, the more questions you're about to treat now mainly comes from this transport system, blood circulation, heart functions, and xylem and phloem with the transport system. Then the third one is respiration and excretion. And here, I want you to read this one very well. You know, the reverse reaction of respiration is photosynthesis. So you can see the key facts here is types of respiration and mechanism of waste product removal from the body. How sweats are being removed, urine, and other waste products in the body, including feces. Now, the other one is this. We have reproduction and growth, asexual and sexual reproduction, gametogenesis and fertilization. Then we have ecology, ecosystem, habitat, population dynamics, and environmental pollution. Please, this particular one, read it very well. Though we are going to treat it very well, but you have to do your own best after these classes. Then you can see another one, hereditary and variation. Questions must come out from here, mostly the Mendelian inheritance. You see chromosome variation in population. You know when variation is physiological, when it's morphological, and all other things inclusive. Then we know about evidence and theories of evolution. Please, these are the JAM syllabus for biology 2026. Now we are going to head over to what we came here for, which is reviewing the JAM mock 2026 questions. But before then, I will like to treat some things in hereditary because questions do come out from there all year. So now let me head over to this. So please be very careful at this point. You see, the questions they have asked us in JAM mock, it is only few questions that are going to see there. Majorly, the questions you'll be seeing your JAM biology exam are few. So let's head over to mitosis. Mitosis, there are two types of cell division that occurs in the body. One is mitosis, and mitosis occurs in the germ cells, the cells of the body, while meiosis occurs in the sex cells, which are, it occurs in the testes and ovary, which are the two the two gonads. So please, sorry for the interruption. Now, as I have said before, that mitosis is a cell division that occurs in the germ cells or cells of the body, while meiosis is the cell division that occurs in the cells, in the cells. Now, let's see the processes or the steps involved in mitosis because this is where Jamb is going to hold you. Now, the first one is prophase. One major activity that happens in the prophase, as you can see here, is I hope you people, let me expand this. I hope you all are seeing this. You can see here, one major thing you have to know here is that the centrosome move towards the opposite cell poles. And one other thing is that the nuclei disappears. So forget all that thing that have been written here. The nuclear envelope breaks down, but Jamb will not ask you this particular prophase. Now let's enter the second one, prometaphase. Jamb will not ask you all this one, I said, but you can see chromosome continues to condense. Kinetochore, which is a protein, a fibrous protein that helps attach the nucleus to the spindle fibers. So, but these two, Jamb will not ask you. Now, let's head over to the main two that Jamb will ask you. Now, here, you can see at metaphase, that is one of the questions Jamb will ask you, metaphase and anaphase. And they will come with either an image or just a literal question. So, here, at the metaphase, you can see that the spindle fibers or the sister chromatid lines at the equator or the center of the cell. Remember, please pick your pen and jot this down. At the metaphase, the sister chromatid lies in the center or at the equator of the cell. That is the major thing. It lies at the center or equator. Now, at the anaphase, the two sister chromatids breaks, each facing different poles. You can see it here. You can see as this one here that are lying in the equator at the middle. At this anaphase, two of them have breaks over, and then one are facing the other side of the pole, and the other one is facing at the other side of the pole. So at the telophase, everything reforms. So let me give you a quick recap on this. You can see at prophase chromosomes appears. At metaphase, just line up. It lines up at the equator or at the center of the chromosome. Then second one, anaphase, it pulls apart facing different poles or the opposite poles. Please note that. And at the telophase, two nuclei forms. So please, if you have any question from this particular place, you can ask. After this, we are going to start reviewing the question. Stay calm and be with us. Then there's another thing that occurs when in cell division. You know, cell division can never be completed unless cytokinesis, which is the division of the cytoplasma, which will now lead to the separation of the cell into two separate daughter cells. So this is the end of metaphase. Formally, cell division in germ cell are divided into two. Please jot this down. They are divided into mitosis and also cytokinesis. Mitosis involve the cell divisions, which, as we have listed before, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. While cytokinesis involve, which is the last stage, involve the division of the cytoplasma plasmic contents so that the two daughter cells will be formed. So, you know, in mitosis, two new daughter cells are being formed. So now, let's head over to meiosis. I hope all of you, let me check my messages and see. Some of you are saying that you can't see anything. Let me. Okay, just hold on. Okay, let me start sharing again. Just calm down, please. Can you people see now? Okay. So let's move on. I'm very sorry for what is happening before. So we have to start afresh. So please, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Let me start afresh. Let me. Uh, Hold on. This thing doing like this. Just hold on. Let me. Please, can you people see it now? Are you seeing it now?
And I'm at the video.
I'm not sure this. Okay, I believe that everyone is not seeing it. So uh, let's move on. China is not really okay. So let me expand it. Can you see it now?
Okay, how much can I check out?
Mm. Okay. Is it clear? Okay. Just don't worry about the words. I will be talking about that one. So now let's say it over. So what I want to show you people first is the Jamb Biology 2026 syllabus. So I believe that some of you are seeing it now. So now you can see, let me make it more bold so that so I believe everybody is seeing it now. So the syllabus being given to us for the 2020 JAM exam is number one, living organism. So here you have to understand and study cell structures, function, and organization. Then the second one is nutrition. So plants and animal nutritions, including autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of feeding. So at this point, you will have to understand the two types of autotrophic feeding, which are chemosynthetic feeding and photosynthetic feeding. So, or mode of nutrition. Then you can see the second one, which is heterotrophic feeding. They are being divided into four, saprophytic, holozoic, and two others. Then we have to understand the transport systems. When we talk about the transport system, your mind should go about blood circulation, how heart functions, and then for plant, you will understand about xylem, phloem, and other things like chembi. So I believe that, this JAM mock question we are about to review now, it is basically on this. So the second one is respiration. I mean, the fourth one is respiration and excretion. Then here we have to understand the types of respiration and mechanism of waste removal. The way urine is being removed is different from the way sweats are being removed from our skin. So another thing you have to understand from this respiration, one major question that do come out every year from this is that John will ask you the reverse reaction of respiration is what? The correct answer, if you see such a question, is photosynthesis. Sometimes they will do put formulas to make you feel confused. But remember the formula and everything as we proceed. You can see the next thing is reproduction and growth, asexual and sexual reproduction, comatogenesis, fertilization. And another thing is ecosystem, habitat, population, dynamics, and environment. So please study all this very well. Now, I will turn up another page now so that we will now proceed in the other thing I was teaching you people. So I believe everyone is seeing this now. I believe everyone is seeing it. Now, in now hereditary, there are things you need to know. Here, I want to teach you people about mitosis and meiosis before we dive in reviewing the JAM Mock 2026 questions. So you have to understand some certain things before we now move to another step. Now, mitosis. Mitosis is a type of cell division. Please pick your pen and draw this. Mitosis is a type of cell division that occurs in the germ cells or cells of the body. While meiosis, this is mitosis, which occur in the germ cells or cells of the body. Know it now. While meiosis occurs in the sex cells. Meiosis occurs in the sex cells, while mitosis occurs in the germ cells or cells of the body. Now, the mitotic division are divided into two major types. Or into two major classes. We have meiotic division and also cytokinesis. Now, under meiotic division, we have 5 division steps. So the 5 division steps are: 1, prophase. In prophase, the nuclei disappears. That is the major thing, and nuclear membrane breaks. Please, who is saying that he or she is confused?